Wait Your Queer podcast would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is recorded of the Wurundjeri people. We pay our respects to the elders past, present, and emerging, as this podcast is about storytelling, connecting with one another, and empowering each other to make an impact today and a difference for the future.
This is a non-judgmental platform that tells the individual stories of our queer community. Any homophobia or abuse will be immediately reported. Okay. Ooh. These mics are super dusty. I feel like we haven't been here in a while.
It's been like 5 days.
It's been 5 days, but it feels like it's been a lifetime because Alyssa's had COVID and I've had the flu all week. So usually we record on a Saturday, don't we? But we had to skip last week, and now here we are on a Friday when Alyssa's supposed to be at work.
Oh, Friday podcast.
Friday
How
podcast.
scandalous.
So scandalous.
I like a Friday pod. Feels like, feels natural. I don't know why.
It does. It
I like
feels
it.
good. It's like kicking off the weekend, getting started.
Yeah, anyway.
COVID.
Welcome to Wait, You're Queer.
Welcome to another episode of Wait You're Queer with Brooke and Alyssa. We're super excited about today's episode. This one is going to be a ripper dipper for the reasons being we have asked our listeners to send through anonymous stories to us, and today we are going to read them out on the pod and create discussions and, that kind of thing.
Have a laugh.
Have a laugh.
Essentially, the ones that I've read, I'm like, oh my gosh, followers,
So
you
good.
pulled through.
Mhm.
We had to choose from a few.
Mm.
So we might have to do another episode on this eventually because there were so many
There's so
stories
many.
that we were like, oh my God, these are hilarious. We chose a select few. If you didn't make the cut.
I chose the controversial ones.
Naturally. I like it. I'm really excited for this though. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so much fun. So thank you for joining us today on today's episode. We're going to get started with Alyssa first.
All right. Let me get my phone up. And apologies for the nasally voice. I have had COVID for a week. I'm so sorry if I gave it to you because I did go out on Saturday night not knowing I had COVID.
She's so sorry.
And then one of our friends comes up on, what was it, like yesterday or the day before, saying that she's got COVID. And I'm like, and this particular friend had then also been to other events. And it's just, oh my God, I think I started something. And I'm so sorry, community, for giving everyone
Super
COVID.
spreader. Super spreader alert.
In 2024, who knew that was still a thing? Anyway, I didn't even really think about COVID as being a thing still, but it is. It's very alive and well.
The new strain, yeah.
I have been sleeping in the spare room. I've been kicked out of my humble abode and I'm sleeping in the spare room.
Me and Nacho don't want COVID.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on an air mattress and this morning I woke up, oh my gosh, my neck.
She's feeling her
the way
age.
I'm looking at Brooke is like through my side eye because I just can't move. But it's fine. COVID's fine. Anyway, my story.
But no, you're telling us about your COVID story.
The COVID story. Yeah, well.
And I've also been playing How Do I 007 Dodge COVID all week in the house. I've been spraying, wiping down surfaces, banging my head on the tin table.
Yeah, and also shout out to Brooke for being literally the best girlfriend nurse in the world.
Huh? Can't hear that.
You're the best girlfriend nurse in the world.
That's better.
Brooke has literally cooked every single meal for me and doted upon me for anything I need. Not purely because I'm not allowed in the kitchen, but I am capable of doing it. I'm just a germ.
She comes to the kitchen and she stands there with her plate, as if to say, "What do you want me to do?" And I'm like, "Just go and sit down. Go and sit down."
And I'm like, oh, fine, if I have to.
If I really have to. She has been milking it a little bit in the last few days.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not a great patient. I will say I am a drama queen when it comes to being sick.
Mm-hmm.
The first sign of a sore throat, and I'm like fever, rundown, like black
She is.
plague.
Oh, yeah, she is. COVID tests all around her, cold and flu tablets, nasal spray that she's addicted to. Huh?
Is Nacho outside?
Oh, shit. We've got to go get our cat. We left him outside and it's pouring.
Pause. All right, we're back, and we have Nacho. Thank goodness. What was he doing?
It's your story.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He doesn't know what he wants or what he is.
Anyways, are we back on?
We're back on.
Whew. Oh, gosh, sorry, I haven't ran.
I'm just watching Brooke, and she's taking a minute to catch her breath from walking up the stairs.
We haven't been out the house all week, and I'm like, oh, I have actually, to be fair, I have nothing to really compare to because you've got COVID and I've got the flu. But oh my God, it really freaking affects the lungs.
Yeah, which reminds me as well, we should tell everyone we're doing Stride for Stroke
Oh, yes,
this
we
month.
are.
Stride for
Up
Stroke.
the stairs.
Yeah, Stride for Stroke is a event throughout November where you raise funds for Stroke
The Stroke Foundation. Yeah.
and basically you set your own minutes of exercise each day. So we're doing
30 minutes.
30 minutes 5 days a week. And we're raising money for the Stroke Foundation basically because apparently, and I didn't know this, 30 minutes of exercise a day reduces stroke by 25%.
It's amazing.
And yeah, the reason we're doing this obviously is a cause close to my heart. My dad passed away last year, so that's why we're doing it. So if you want to donate or you want to get involved, please check out our page. We have all the details on there. And on that note,
Very good.
I think we get into it.
Very good. Check out those details because it definitely is important. It's such an amazing cause, and there's such a high percentage of people that die from strokes. I think it's every
1 in 4
1 in 4, but
have
also
a stroke or something like that.
it's like every 4 minutes or something.
Oh yeah, I think it's there's definitely a 4 in there. I think it's every 11 minutes maybe, or is it 4 minutes?
It was a big
Can't
jump
remember.
between 4 and
No.
11.
But there's a lot of people that have strokes. So.
Yeah. Just on that note with your dad as well, I also have a close family member that had a stroke. Actually, I think I have a couple, but in particular, I know 5 years before my grandpa died, he had a TIA stroke, which is almost like a mini stroke.
Mhm.
It still is similar symptoms.
Yeah.
I think he experienced numbness in his arm and had slurred speech. And my nan was like, "What's going
Oh,
on?"
yeah.
He was just
Yeah.
sitting in his chair, and was sent off. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
apparently a small indicator
Yeah.
kind of
So
thing.
they would have gone and done testing and
Yeah,
things and preventative measures maybe so
preventative.
that it
Yeah.
didn't lead to something bigger.
But even just
Yeah.
like those small little signs,
Mhm.
acting
Exactly.
fast and all that kind of thing, it just shows that everything counts, doesn't it?
Yeah. 100%.
But anyways, check out the Stroke Foundation posts that we've put up for Alyssa's dad, Lethal Linicus. It's such an amazing cause. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. It could be just a walk, could be gardening.
Yeah.
Or
Your mum's doing gardening.
yeah, my
You
mum's
said that's for
actually
30 minutes. And true, gardening is
It is.
exercise.
I went over there the other day and she was in like her workout gear and I was like, "Oh, are you doing a workout?" And she's like, "Yeah, just cleaning the house, you know." And I was like, "Oh, Mum." And she's like, "Yeah, that's part of exercise. It's hard work actually."
It actually is. Like I'm gonna give it to you, Suze.
Mhm.
100%.
I know all about that. Trust me, this week I've been
You've been
bending my
hard at
back.
work, and I've been sitting there singing Cinderella, Cinderella.
Cinderella. I know. Pick that up.
I
Do
have a little
this.
bell, and I go ding, ding, ding,
No, she does.
Cinderella.
Although it does have ring for sex on it. All right, let's get started with our Anonymous Stories episode today. Like I said, this one is going to be an absolute ripper. Some of the stories that have come through, I am gobsmacked.
Mhm.
And I think after we post the episode, we want to create a forum of discussion because, wow.
Wow.
Like, if you have been in some of these experiences, or you just find it so highly relatable, or even you just want to be like, what the fuck, definitely post a comment, because we love to see it and we
and
love
keep
the
sending them
feedback.
through because we really want to keep doing these episodes. This is going to be fun, I can tell. And Brooke hasn't heard my stories, and I haven't heard Brooke's stories, so
No.
we picked a couple of our own, and we're going to read these ones. So it's going to be a surprise for each of us.
Let's do it.
All right, who wants to start?
You go first.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's get the germ out the way.
Let me just cough first. Okay. Hmm.
All good.
Just take a sip.
Nacho, ready?
Why
Strap
don't you
in.
have onion skin? Well,
I must have missed a spot when I was cleaning.
why haven't you cleaned onion skin on the
I'm
bookshelf?
sorry.
So random.
It's also been a bit of a heavy week for everyone, given the US election and the outcome of that. There's been so many social media posts about it, about people grieving, feeling very disheartened, feeling distrusted by the process. And I guess we want to come on here and create a bit of fun, lightheartedness, and bring a smile back onto everyone's faces again.
Yeah.
Listening to some of these stories, it made us giggle.
Yeah,
And
especially it's hard when you do fall into a bit of a cycle of it. Like it's very
doom
easy to
scroll. Yeah.
fall into the doom scrolling, and obviously it's such an important thing to be a part of and to share, but it is also important to stay positive as well. So
Yeah.
hopefully these stories can bring a bit of positivity and laughter back into your lives,
Let's
or
do this.
relatability as well.
Relatability, certainly.
All right, so my first story. Here we go. Okay, so this is from Anonymous, whose pronouns are he, they. Okay, so I was at a gay club having a fun night out, and I met this sexy Irish man who I'd kept running into throughout the night. Irishmen are always sexy,
They
aren't
actually
they?
are. It's like the accent, and then just like the beer, and like, I don't know. It's just so hot.
Keep going. So eventually the night was coming to an end, and we caught eyes and decided to go back to his.
Ooh.
Once we got back to his, things got steamy and we started to get into it. And of course, one thing led to another. And next minute, I was face down and he applied lube to my booty.
Ooh. There we are.
I like where this is going. All right.
Mhm.
He started to slide in until I realized I could smell something.
Oh.
No, not that.
What?
Sorry, I just read ahead.
I've been out the game for too long.
I just read ahead and it's not what you think. This familiar smell from when I'm having one of those everything showers. Nair.
Hair cream. That burning cream? The hair cream?
Not the hair loss cream.
Oh my god. Shit, he thought the lube was Nair cream.
Oh my God. So, all right. So let me continue. I asked him to turn the lights on, and in the dark, he'd reached for his bottle of Nair and used that on my butthole.
Was that strategy though?
Oh my God, true. Maybe there was too much going on.
Maybe he thought he won't notice because it's in the
I think everyone
I'm
knows the
sorry.
smell of that Nair
What the
burning smell.
fuck?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay, continuing. I kindly asked for a shower and left. Bit of a mood killer, but nothing like leaving a one night stand with a smooth booty hole.
So good.
Oh my God. Anonymous. That is full on. I want to know what came out of that. Did you continue with the Nair on your butthole? Was
Oh
it
my
actually a nice
god.
thing?
Oh my god. But also that Nair cream, that can actually be kind of painful if you leave it on for too long.
Right? Imagine if they kept going.
Oh my god.
Thank goodness.
I also have an experience with that Nair cream though.
No.
When I was, I think it was like 15. I was so young, but I couldn't afford to go and get my eyebrows waxed at the time.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I
You
mean,
did
they
some
had.
crazy stuff.
I mean, I had tweezers, sorry, but I just chose not to use them because Mum used to use Nair cream. I think Nair
Okay.
cream used to actually be quite big in
Yeah,
the 80s and
we
90s
had
and
Nair
stuff.
cream in the house for
Yeah,
some reason.
and it had that distinct smell.
Yeah, it's like burning smell, isn't it?
Oh my God. I
Mm.
can't imagine it on the asshole too. Asshole.
Ooh.
But yeah, I applied it to my eyebrows and I burnt half my eyebrow off.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I fainted.
What? Gosh.
I fainted because I was in so much shock. And Dad was like, "Oh, Dal, it's all right. Doesn't look that bad."
Did you have a scar or did you have any eyebrow left? What
No,
happened?
I burnt it off. I had to draw them on for years.
Oh my God, because eyebrows take a while to grow back, don't they?
Still not really the same, but
It'll
anyways,
never be the
I won't bring
same.
attention to it.
Okay, I feel like we should, we're
That's another
definitely
story.
not advertising for Nair, obviously.
No.
Only horror stories with Nair.
Next Nair influencing post will be in the asshole
Ah,
of Alyssa's.
no, please.
Thank you, Anonymous. I'll be giving that one a go.
That was amazing. Thank you very much to whoever sent that story in.
So good.
Incredible. All right.
All right, next story. Okay.
Brooke,
Let's
Brookie
have a
Brooke, you're
look.
up.
Right, let's see. My stories are quite long that I received.
Oh, I've got short
I love a good
stories.
long story.
You are a long story. I'm a short and sweet kind of gal.
Yeah, I like long ramble. Can't get to the point. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I know.
Alrighty, here we go. Which one should I read out first? Oh my God, they're all so damn good. Far out. Thank you, Anonymouses out there. They actually are all so good. All right, I reckon we read this one first. This one's actually asking for a little bit of advice. Okay. Hi, my name is Anonymous. I identify as they, them. There is a girl at my work who I think is ridiculously cute and funny. She's incredibly smart and attractive. At our last work party, we talked all night and we had a little dance.
Mm.
Since then, we've been texting and casually chatting in passing at work. I literally cannot stop thinking about her, and last week I got close to maybe asking her out for a drink. I thought before I did this, I'd do a cheeky stalk on Instagram. And to be true, she has a boyfriend. Last
Okay.
photo posted a week ago, however, has not mentioned it to anyone at work.
Oh,
Okay, little
interesting.
confused as I've got mixed signals from this girl and we're so close going in for a kiss. What would you do if you were me? I literally cannot stop thinking of her and I know she feels the same way. Shit.
Okay. Wait, they almost went in for a kiss. Did we get context of when that was? Was it on the night out, do you think?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, okay.
I'd
It
assume
wouldn't be
so.
at work. Surely not.
Oh my
That would be
God. No, because
full on.
they've put here that it's all in passing.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
like,
true. So I would say
oh my God.
my suggestion of this would be, why don't you ask them what their relationship status is? Because sometimes
Yeah,
they might be
be
open.
upfront. Be upfront too.
But they might be open. Like they might
Yeah.
have a boyfriend, or a partner, but it may not be
Why didn't she mention
monogamous.
it? Like that's a bit. I don't know, because even with that, you should be open anyways and say, "But hey, I've got a boyfriend." You know?
Yeah, true. You should always. We have spoken about ethical non-monogamy, and if it is that kind of thing, we want to make sure it's ethical and not like a. I would suggest to this person though that be upfront, talk to them, say, "Hey, what is your relationship status? I've seen you with, obviously you have a boyfriend online or a partner online, and I'm just interested to know, even if you're just saying it in a really casual way, not in a flirty way or like I'm keen kind of way. But regardless, this isn't going to move any further unless you ask the question.
Definitely get in before the boyfriend does. Get in before the boyfriend does.
I feel like the boyfriend's already gotten in. That's the point.
No, I mean like before he proposes. Get
Oh my
in.
gosh. Quick, get a ring.
Get in. She doesn't know
Absolutely.
what she's missing out on.
Mm.
Love this kind of flirty chemistry going on at work as well.
Yeah.
It's really hot. It's like
You've
a bit
obviously got
secretive.
you've obviously got a connection.
Exactly. Now, I'd say go for it. First and foremost, be upfront. Ask her what her intentions are. You know, who's the boyfriend? Are you open? Just go for it. There's
Yeah.
no point like waiting back and, especially if you really like her.
Yeah, 100%. I like it. I hope that advice is good enough.
I just never take my own advice. I don't think I'm
I know
like
that's the thing. It's so easy to give someone else advice, but all right. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
that. I was like sitting here waiting for you to finish the sentence, but
I don't know what happened. I feel like I just that's COVID for me at the moment. Honestly, my
brain foggy.
brain fog has been insane. So
But thank you, Anonymous, for that story. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who experience this where they're unsure if someone might be queer. And they're just going off those physical signals,
true.
of like
Yeah.
a little bit of a smile. And something I've learned, I guess, from our queer community is just be upfront and ask.
Yeah.
Just say, like, hey, are you queer?
Yeah, 100%. And also it is hard to determine like the difference between queer flirting and like heterosexual flirting
Oh my God,
is
there's a huge difference,
huge.
I reckon.
We've spoken about this, Brooke. Like, I feel like,
Whoops.
yeah,
We talked about it the other night on the couch. We were saying that when, like, for instance, say when queers flirt, it's almost like a conversation. And
yeah, a lot of the time it's just being really friendly and interested.
yeah.
Whereas, I don't know, from your
Whereas,
experience, like hetero flirting,
yes, it's very playful. It can be a bit sexualized.
yeah, a lot of
It
sexualization,
leads to a
maybe.
lot of,
Yeah.
intimate kind of
Which queer flirting absolutely can as well.
dialogue kind of stuff.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, that for me is like 15 years of dating men,
yeah,
and that's what I've been shaped by. So
yeah.
it was funny when I met Alyssa, everything I said, she'd just be like staring at me like, uh-huh. Like, I was like, no, not funny. Okay, no.
I find you really funny.
now, shit, I had to work for it, didn't I?
Clearly, you have me in hysterics all
All
day.
right.
All right, let's
Mhm.
move on to the next story.
Okay.
Okay, this is a short and sweet one. Okay, so this is from Anonymous, and this person is open to any pronouns. So that's
Woo. I
awesome.
love that.
Yeah,
They're
love
just a
that.
person.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just a person. Okay, so short and sweet, but basically, I saw this girl on TikTok. Very cute. In a different state, but that's lesbians for you. It's long distance or nothing.
Love it.
So relatable. I slid into her DMs. We started talking, started flirting. The vibes were vibing. So we're chatting for a few weeks. And then I make plans to go over and see her.
Whoa! Oh my
This is
God!
so queer.
What the fuck?
This is the most queer story I've ever heard so far.
Holy shit! Oh my God.
Only the queer community. Okay. One day when we're chatting, we start talking about family and I ask where her family are based. She tells me and then proceeds to tell me that her cousin is actually a mutual of ours on Instagram and I might know her. Turns out I do know her. Very well. That's my ex.
Oh, far out. That is some L word shit.
Safe to say the trip did not happen and that quickly fizzled out.
Oh God.
Okay, this is so relatable in so many ways in the queer community. Like,
Totally.
imagine trying to jump back on Tinder or something. And, like, I don't know if you've been through this. You always jump back on and you see someone who is a friend of a friend or a sister of a cousin and they're like part of the queer community
God.
too. And it either always gets back to the ex and you're in trouble for being on Tinder now, or two, you can't date them because it's too close to home.
Shouldn't we just accept that though? Like everyone's a bit interconnected, a bit incest. Like let's just.
It is. It's a very interconnected community, isn't it?
It very much is. It's like, yeah. But in a way, I kind of like weirdly like it. I'm not saying that I'm into like incest, but it's like, I kind of like that there's those interconnections in a way,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of people would really beg to differ, but I can't imagine in a way. It's almost like being in a country town. Lots of people are connected by.
So true. It's very much like the queer community is just its own little country town.
Very much.
I like it. Oh,
the
that's a good one.
cowboys.
Except hopefully not as much like misogyny. Anyway.
But I can totally relate to that story because I remember once I went on a date with this girl. Anyways,
I know this story. This is so good, so true. Go.
yes. So we went on a date with this girl, super lovely girl as well. We were jamming. Anyway, she goes, before the date, she's like, look, I've actually met someone I really, really like. So if it's cool, can we just be friends? And I was like, okay, why am I here? But absolutely, of course we can just be friends. You know, we can really sit back and just get to know each
Should've
other.
gone out with one
Sure.
of my friends, but that's fine.
Anyways, and also we ordered spicy mugs. So come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, it's been half an hour in. I already know that this girl and I aren't going to work out. She's obviously into someone else. So I'm like, so tell me about this girl, you know, who are you seeing? Kind
Yeah.
of thing. And she starts saying, well, she's blonde. She's like this beach girl. You know, I don't want to go too much in it, but very distinctive features she's describing. And I went on a date 2 weeks before that with the girl that she's exactly describing to me. So I'm sitting there drinking my spicy mug, doing the maths, and I was like, very subtly asked, her name doesn't happen to be blah, blah, blah. And this girl goes pale as a ghost and she goes, yeah, it is. Why? Like, how do you know her? And then I can see her getting very defensive and I'm like, oh, fuck. I know her. And she's like, yeah, but how do you know her? And I was like, friends. You know, when you go on a date, you're
Oh my God.
No, I just said I went on a date with her 2 weeks ago and you know, we've been chatting and stuff. And she's like, really? And I was like, oh no, I got myself into a sticky situation.
Oh my God.
But anyways, I just felt so awkward because I knew this girl was super keen on her.
Yeah.
And I know the girl that I went on a date with 2 weeks ago, and we've been chatting. She's very open to dating
Yeah.
other people. So I was like in
Two
this
different
really
pages.
very two different pages. So anyways, I ended up,
Oh my God, that is
well,
so
I had two
classic.
choices here. I could remove myself from the situation or I could really create some drama.
Yeah, make the most of the drama in this, really. You could have done some damage.
Oh, yes. And was I in damage control after that?
Oh yeah.
So pretty much I messaged this girl and I was like, hey, just out of respect, I went on a date with this girl and I know that you know her because apparently you went on a date and, you know, you guys are getting to know each other and, you know, I'm like, I just don't want to come between anything. So I'm just going to remove myself. Well,
Yeah.
I thought I was doing the right thing, but really I think I was creating more issues. Anyways, she messages me back and she's just like, hey, no, I want to be open. Like, I want to keep going on dates with you. And like, I don't want to just sort of subject myself to someone. And I knew how much this other girl really liked her, though, you know? So I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh, at that point, it's
what do you
just best to
do?
remove yourself, isn't it? It's not worth it. If you're not fully connected, it's like, I would have also walked away. So if they're like, you know, starting a thing and you don't have the biggest bond with this person, it's like, well, no skin off your back, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It was just fun as well. Like, and it was really weird. I was like the little monopoly man between the two women, like orchestrating this like relationship. But
True.
anyways, I don't know if it ever went anywhere. I sort of slowly removed myself in the end, and you
The
know,
queer community is small, to say the least.
super small. And that's when actually I first started dating women. So I didn't realize how actually small it was until that situation. And I was like, wow,
Teeny tiny.
very.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next story. Okay. So next story is quite long and it looks a little bit more serious, but we also love a bit of a serious story amongst all the silliness, you know.
of
So
course.
alrighty. Sorry. So I have nothing to blame it on. Like I don't even have COVID and I can't. I'm anonymous and I identify as she, her. I was out shopping with my brother at Westfield a couple of weeks ago. We walked into a shop and quickly realized one of my friend's sisters was working in the shop. We hadn't seen each other in a long time and we were busy chatting away about life. She congratulated me on my coming out as I told my family and friends a couple of months ago, so word must have spread. We chatted all about my girlfriend and how it's been for me coming out. She went on to say now she's bi-curious. Classic. I'm guessing because, you know, when you start telling someone you've come out, then they start telling you, I'm a bit bi-curious.
It does
totally
seem to
get
have
that.
a little like ripple effect, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. And how she's been dating this girl that she really liked. I was deeply surprised as I only ever got straight vibes from this girl. But living in this day and age, it's impossible to assume someone's gender and identity. Love that. So I absolutely love this surprise and, of course, warm welcomed her with a hug and talking all things gay in the middle of this shop. At this point, I'm literally jumping for joy. Like, that's amazing, and asking how it's going with the girl you're seeing. She then starts to tell me, oh no, it didn't work out because I really need penetration. I then go on to say, well, you can. She then starts talking over me saying, no, I need a penis to penetrate me. And this girl I was seeing couldn't do that. So yeah, I really had to end it. I then go on to say two people of the same sex can 100% penetrate each other without the function of a penis and a man involved. She cuts me off again and says, what, with a dildo? That's not enough. At this point, I start feeling invisible and I had to start defending the sex I have with my girlfriend and how you can experience the most amazing orgasms with the pleasure of tongues, fingers, sex toys, butt plugs, you name it, all being somewhat form of penetration. Still went on to tell me, nah, I just need a penis, but I'm still bi-curious. I know we shouldn't judge bisexuals for wanting to explore or see what they're doing as an experiment, but it's examples like this that doesn't make it easy. I feel there is a lack of education around intimacy and biology, and this needs to be talked about more. At the end of the day, I'd love if we started having conversations around being with a person and not the biology of the person or what you think gets you off and what you need. What are your thoughts? Wait, you're queer. How do you think we spread awareness about penetration and sex?
Wow.
That
That's
was an amazing story.
great story, because I think a lot of us have probably at some point in our lives heard the classic, oh, you're not having real sex, or, something along the lines of, because there's no penetration involved, it's not real sex. One, you can still have penetration in multiple different forms, exactly as our anonymous story just said. But also, two, like, sex is just two people connecting and creating this beautiful, harmonious experience together. It shouldn't just be, and I know traditionally, coming from caveman times, it is man put penis in woman.
Why the accent?
Because I'm being a caveman. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, it doesn't have to just...
Man put penis in woman.
I'm not in any way disregarding that is also sex, because it is, but there is... I've sent Brooke off the wire.
Oh, God, that's good. Oh, shit.
I'm glad I can make you laugh.
All right, sorry. That was really good. Just didn't expect that, that's all.
But it's true. That's what people think when they think of sex. I've actually had in my life, earlier on in coming out, actually some people that I'm quite close with said to me, well, you technically don't really have sex because you don't have a penis involved. And I was like, so you're just right now devalidating my intimacy with my partner that I love and have an amazing time with. I'm not going to go into any more detail because I don't share.
There's a huge stigma around that, isn't it?
Yeah, like it is. I can 100% vouch for this person. It is still sex, whether you have a penis involved or not.
It's also just societal norms, what is expected of what sex should be like, and that is essentially a penis.
Man put penis in.
Just got me.
Sorry, I had to.
But it's the way women perceive what sex should be, and that is all about the biology of a penis. And we know this even when we did Pompeii. I mean, off track, but when we did Pompeii, every street sign had a penis on it. The whole town was driven by male patriarchy kind of thing.
Yeah, it was, if you had a penis above your shop, it meant that you were a wealthy shop.
Wealth, yeah.
So penises were related to
wealth, yeah.
And like powerfulness and like all that kind of stuff, which, this is where, misogyny has stemmed from, like
Money.
hundreds of years ago, money and just it's going to take a long time to break
Success
that.
and
So when you have these just what seemingly simple conversations with people, it all stems back from so much deeper than just, penetration.
definitely. And I think like even things like sex, how we were talking about sex toys and, using your fingers, tongues, absolutely fantastic ways of penetration. Like, and this is the thing, there is a lack of education and understanding about it because even when and I speak about this, so respectfully, but even when I was straight and, dating men, I would never probably look at like tongues and fingers as penetration essentially, but I would look at the penis as penetration. But I guess after dating a woman and experiencing it, holy shit, fingers can perform like big.
Sorry, Mum.
Sorry. But fingers, wow, they have an amazing function. I can tell you that. But
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing here is that it's very hard to spread awareness when people aren't willing to be open minded. That's the issue. And it sounds like in this story, this girl that you were having this conversation with just wasn't willing to be open minded to give it a go and see where it could actually take her.
Yeah, and that's just where she's at. So if
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. If that's where
No.
she's at the moment, that's fine. Our job is just to continue raising awareness around, the queer community and what it means to be queer and the fact that you don't need to have a penis to feel good. There's things called tantric sex where it's literally not even penetration or anything. It's just emotional connection sex.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that because I don't know a lot about it, but I know it's a thing.
That reminds me of that scene from that movie.
Oh, here we go.
I can't remember the movie exactly, but I remember the scene. It's such an old 90s movie. I was such a 90s rom-com girly, and I still am, aren't I? I'm
You
like,
are. All you ever want to watch is 90s rom-coms.
Exactly. Huge. But anyways, it reminds me of the scene where he can't touch her and he uses like a tissue to blow it against her skin and she ends up having an orgasm from that.
What
And
is
it's
this
like
movie?
it's like the hottest scene. Oh, I can't remember it.
And it's blowing a tissue on her. Sounds
It
hard.
will come to me. During watching that scene, I wanted to try it with my ex-partner at the time. I was like, blow the tissue onto my skin. He was like blowing it all over the place. And I was like, just a little, like, no, look in the scene. See? Like, he's blowing it so nicely. Well, he couldn't get the job done, but I'm sure Alyssa could try it.
Oh, all right. I'm going to try and blow a tissue.
We just got to get the movie first. I can't remember what movie it is, but yeah, he gently blows the tissue against her skin and obviously caresses like certain elements of her, and she has this giant orgasm, and it's honestly, oh my God,
See?
I'm having a moment.
No penetration involved there.
Exactly.
Just a simple, modest tissue.
Yeah, exactly. Just we've got plenty of them because Liz's got COVID.
I've got heaps of tissues in the spare room.
Let's keep moving along. But thank you, Anonymous, for that amazing story. And I think just spreading awareness about issues that aren't talked about enough. And this certainly isn't.
100%.
So, anyways.
All right. This is my final story from Anonymous, whose pronouns are she, her. So I was coming out of a bad breakup and in one of those fuckboy eras, in quotation marks.
Love it.
I went out for a straight friend's birthday party and we met these girls who weren't a part of the group. I was actually really into one of them, but things took a turn and the other girl ended up hitting on me. So being in my fuckboy era, I said, sure, why not? Classic. This girl ended up being into some interesting shit. For starters, she took me to the kitchen of the venue to start getting it on until we were awkwardly interrupted by a friend. Anyway, next minute, I head home and it's about 3 a.m. while I'm scoffing some nasty ass food on the bench when I get a text saying, shall we keep the vibe going?
3 a.m.
That's fuckboy era. I
Ooh.
like it. Again, fuckboy era me says,
It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. So true. We've all been there. Again, fuckboy era me says, yeah, why not? She gets me an Uber to her house, but first stop, she got it wrong, and I end up in the middle of the city at 3:30 a.m. on my own.
Oh my God. Nah,
Yeeted out of there.
I would have tapped out.
I demand she gets me another Uber, and she does. I mean, fair enough. I would too.
Oh, you're in your fuckboy era.
Yeah. I finally get to her house thinking, okay, is this even worth it anymore? Honestly, I'd be thinking the same thing. I'd be like, oh.
Mm.
We talk for a while and she takes me outside and eventually starts to take my pants off. Mind you, it's freezing.
Oh, why outside?
No, this is, oh, okay. And starts telling me she wants to hump me. What does that even mean? Oh, God. Okay.
That's very vocal. Like you'd think he'd just do it instead of being so
Not the
vocal
hump
about it.
word. Okay. By this stage, I just say it. I'm freezing. Can we please go inside? Also, by now, I have learnt the word hump is a huge ick for me.
Looking at my hump.
My hump. I'm not going to lie. If someone said hump to me as well, I think I would be a little bit icked.
Yeah, I only like it in the song Black Eyed Peas. I don't like the word any other
In
way.
any other context. She takes me into her room, and if I didn't think this night could get any stranger, I walk into a room with a single bed filled with kids' toys.
That's good.
Even sitting on top of cupboards like they were watching a.
No. No.
Get out of there!
Oh, no.
Get out!
Oh, no. That honestly reminds me of that episode from Sex and the City.
Oh, not again.
Sorry, but it reminds me of it's Danny. He goes home with a guy. I can't remember. I have this was ages ago, so this ages ago. And he had the porcelain dolls on the bed, and
Oh,
one of the porcelain
that's
dolls
creepy.
breaks.
No.
No, stop! This is too much.
There is something creepy about porcelain dolls and toys in the bedroom as an
Oh
adult.
no! Oh my God!
At this point, I've come this far that I just say, "What the hell?" She
Got an audience.
she was a fully grown adult, the same age as me. I think the explanation ended up being that she was staying at a friend's house and this wasn't her actual room or house. But safe to say, I got out of there pretty quick after that, and my fuckboy era ended pretty soon after too.
Oh, touche. That is absolute. That's gold.
That is hilarious.
That is absolutely gold. That story.
The
I loved
stories that come out of like your fuckboy eras are just unmatched, I would say. Like the things you decide to do, like going out at 3 a.m. again. I would never do that in my right mind right now.
my
But like
God.
if I were in a fuckboy era, maybe, who knows?
Especially if she's going to like pay for your Uber.
That's
Although
a huge
I would have
flex.
made a quick turn if she got me the Uber and sent me to the wrong place. I would have been like, nah, fuck that. I want to go lie in bed and eat my delicious food.
Right. And the city at 3 a.m. is a nasty place.
Nah, don't enjoy it. Yeah.
No.
Oh
my
my
God. Thank you very much,
God.
Anonymous, for that
Anonymous, that is so
fun
good.
story. I like it.
Oh, the toys. Holy shit.
Not the toys.
I mean, it would have been good if they were usable toys. But the fact
True.
that they're like, you know,
Yeah.
kids' toys, that's a bit scary.
Ugh,
I hate like
gross.
those little clown toys.
Like they're watching you. Gross. I couldn't do it. No.
No, I don't like it. When I was a little girl, I did used to have this little clown on a swing that used to hang off my ceiling.
Yeah, I had the same one.
Yeah, I think it was like probably like 90s kids things, but like
Totally.
you remember when, I don't know if like for other 90s listeners out there, but like having those little things that hang off the ceiling, and like I
Yeah.
had so many of them, and like the wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have all that kind of stuff?
I painted my room fluoro green.
Yes. Yeah, mine was fluoro pink,
Yeah.
blue, yellow. I had all sorts of
Yeah.
colors.
Oh, painting your room day was like the most exciting day of the year. I feel
So
like we did
good.
it once a year, whole room paint, and I like fully painted this one wall completely lime green and the bookcase that was on it. So it like meshed into the wall.
It's
That
so
is
true.
like
And
classic 90s.
it's so classic 90s. And I grew up with a dad who's an artist. So he
Mhm.
actually used to like picturesque landscapes
Oh
on
my
the wall.
gosh.
bear prints. It was so
You
fun.
found the best
It
rooms.
was very interactive.
That's
But
so
yeah,
cool.
on the top of my ceiling was this clown on a swing, and all my friends used to come over for a sleepover. Used to be like, can you get your dad to take it down? It's really scary. And I was like, no,
Oh my
that
God.
is my clowny on the swing.
Oh my God. I
Um,
wouldn't have been
but
sleeping
then,
over. I'm glad you got rid of it.
but then as I got older, I developed this like internalized fear of clowns after that. I don't even know what happened.
Because you had a freaky clown watching you sleep every night of your childhood.
I don't even know who bought it for me. Cruel. It was probably like,
I don't know if anyone ever buys you them. I think they just appear.
God, true. But anyways, end of story. Like
Alright,
I've the
love it.
worst fear of clowns now.
Ah, this
I'm
is
so
good.
scared
This
of
is
them.
good for me to know.
You knew this already.
Mhm.
It's a shoe size or something.
I'm just scared of huge feet.
Maybe.
The real
All right.
fear stems into that.
All right. So lastly, we're up to story 6. We're actually having so much fun on the potty today. We hope you listeners out there are also having just as much fun as us. So we're finishing on a story that's actually quite controversial, but we don't mind putting that in there.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
All right.
Let's go.
Hey, wait, you're queer. My name is Anonymous and I identify as she, they. Love that. I was in a very sticky situation about a year ago, but now the happiest I've ever been. I was previously dating a lesbian fraternal twin who was super fun and really adventurous. And to be honest, I'd fallen madly in love with her. We've been dating for about 3 months. And as you know, in the lesbian world, I was pretty much planning to marry her. At this
Yep.
stage, I hadn't met her family, so she organized a dinner for us to all get to know each other. Her mum and dad were so kind and invited me in with open arms. I met her twin sister, who was also a lesbian and super lovely girl. Little bit quiet around the family, but I think that's because my girlfriend was super chatty and loud. At the end of the night, her sister started becoming extremely flirty, touching my waist in the kitchen when it was just us, giggling and telling me I'm so cute the whole time. I mean, I was like, thanks, but kind of confused. It started becoming full on when she wanted to go shopping with me for a present for her sister's birthday. Of course, I wasn't going to say no, considering I wanted to impress her family. We went shopping together and she took me into bras and things. I was like, wow, really? Why here? She said her sister wanted some new bras and she could help me out by trying them on. At this point, I was fucking speechless and, to be honest, feeling quite nervous and unsure. I didn't have the confidence to say no. She was really confident and secure about it all being just fun. So we went into bras and things, and I'm sure you can predict what happened there.
What?
Huge bitch trap. We had sex in the change room. It honestly was the best sex of my life, and I am now married to her sister, and unfortunately, they don't speak anymore. I kind of feel dog, but I can't deny the connection together. And to be honest, it is the best sex of my life.
Oh my gosh! What? Hold up. They had sex in bras and things?
It's so hot.
This must have been a while ago because, to be fair, you couldn't get away with that stuff these days now, could you?
I reckon you could.
What? They are like knocking on your door left, right, and centre in bras and things. This must be a while ago.
This must have been Boxing Day sales
Oh,
where they just can't even get to the change rooms.
imagine knowing how many people are outside. That would be like kind of hot, weirdly.
Oh, it's so hot.
Oh my God. Okay. That is controversial.
Just to
You
check as well,
married the
fraternal twin. So fraternal twin is non-identical twin, right? I'm pretty
I
sure.
think so.
Yeah. So they obviously don't look alike. I don't
They
know.
mustn't look similar. Maybe fraternal twin. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure. We're just checking this.
Oh, okay. Fraternal twins result from the fertilization of 2 separate eggs
Ah.
with 2 different sperm during the same pregnancy.
Oh.
Fraternal twins may have the opposite, may have the same sex or appearance. Or may not have the same sex or appearance.
So
Yeah. So, like,
yeah, they're not identical.
non-identical twins.
Okay.
Wow. That is juicy. What a banger to end on.
What a story, honestly. And look, honestly, congrats to you. Like, if you've found the person of your life, having the best sex of your life, that's
Good on you.
good on you.
Kudos to you. Honestly, like however it is, as long as the other person isn't too hurt and,
Well,
hopefully.
apparently they don't talk anymore, the twins.
Wow. Okay.
So that is kind of sad,
is
considering
sad.
if they were like best friends or something. I
Maybe
do
they
think
should
that's
reach out to them. But also, like, I think it's important to, family also should be
yeah.
such a fundamental thing that, like, at the end of the day, yeah, okay, you
God.
dated someone for 3 months.
Honestly, hun,
Come
you
on.
have balls out there. Like, seriously.
Wow.
That takes a lot, like some hot twin hitting on you in bras and things, and you're like, fuck, which way could I go right now? Like, that is some serious shame business.
I can't, yeah, good for you. I couldn't do it. I think I'd be way too,
I would have like closed up and died.
yeah, I would have probably been like, no, not for me. I'm way too,
Yeah, right.
I'm way
Yeah,
too,
right.
like, what's the word? Innocent in those ways, I think.
You are a bit innocent.
I couldn't. And also, oh, wow. I'm impressed though. Great story. Great one to end on.
But you've got to imagine this, the hot twin sister. So it's like
This isn't some fantasy. This is someone's life.
so true. So
What
true.
the hell?
Sorry, sorry, I am looking at it as a fantasy. I'm so sorry. This story is very real. And I'm just I don't think I would ever do that just because I'm similar to Alyssa. I feel just my values are very, very strong when it comes to family. And
But then
know.
again, love is love, and like that's not to say that like in that sense.
Change your tune.
The thing is, like, I don't know because I've never been faced with this scenario. So
No.
if you have
Nah.
if you have this extreme connection with someone, like what do you do at the end of the day?
Yeah, honestly, this is one to comment about. Say it's blind to see
Yeah.
because it's like far out. I just can't help how I feel about this person now. We've obviously got better chemistry. I'm falling in love with this person.
Exactly.
And like, I just can't help that. Like the heart wants what it wants.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez. Like,
sorry. That's a great quote to end on.
It is.
Selena Gomez.
The heart wants what it wants.
Oh yeah, that's the third song we've sung in this. I like it.
But I absolutely love that story, Anonymous, and thank you for sending it through. I know it's a little controversial, but
yeah,
it's important that people know that these situations happen out there, and you are so goddamn happy now, and that's the amazing thing.
You chose your heart, and that's what's most important.
And hopefully those twins can repair their friendship. Hopefully that other twin can be happy with someone else.
Exactly. Hopefully they
and
can,
find happiness.
rekindle their family because that's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you as the in-between person should reach out and just be like, hey, let's rekindle this. I don't want to be a, what's the word? Something in between the two of them.
Rose between the thorns.
Yeah, I don't want to be a rose between the thorns.
I agree. I think you've made your bed, so you have to lie in it. You've sort of, not that it's your fault that you've made the mess. Like we said, blind to see, you can't help it. But I think now you've got to repair it at the same time together, you and the other
100%.
partner. Yeah. And I think, making the other twin feel safe, secure around you both, sort of building up that trust again, validating her. And because obviously a lot of that was probably lost when it initially all happened.
Yeah.
Look at me. I feel like I've become like a Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Welcome to Dr. Phil, to Brooke.
Anyways, okay, let's round it up. So that was today's episode, and what a fantastic episode that was. I actually had so much fun.
That was so fun and funny and insightful. Like, oh my God, I could do this every day.
I actually could. We actually want to do a lot more anonymous stories. We feel like it gives it's a great discussion point, and we obviously want to create a lot of awareness through this. So please, if you have any stories, it could be even like stories about homophobia as well. It doesn't have to be just funny and silly. I actually really enjoyed the sex and intimacy story about penetration because I also feel it's not discussed enough. And I do feel that there is the invisibility still in the straight world of understanding how queers have sex, So I absolutely loved that. So thank you very much.
And it gives people an opportunity to share their stories without having to name their names, because I know that every one of you queers out there has an amazing story to tell. So don't be shy. Send it through. We want to share. We want to talk about it. And we want to hear your stories.
Totally. Thank you very much for today, everybody. And I hope you have a great Saturday.
Thanks for joining us on Wait,
You're queer.
what? Bye.
Bye.